Hey everyone, hope you're doing well and Happy New Year to you. So I guess you can tell by the title of the video exactly kind of what this video is going to be about. But I want to take a minute to kind of tell you a quick story about how all this came about. So about 2 weeks ago, I was here at home, but I was working on a project for the channel. And it was using some knives. And I was using these knives in a little different way. So I wasn't just whittling wood like I've done 100 times. It was a little different, and I should have seen the possibilities before they happened, but I did not. And I sliced my thumb with a 4-inch, very sharp fillet knife. That injury really got me thinking, what if that would have happened while outside in the wilderness? Of course the answer is, well, you rely on your first aid kit, your medical kit. That's going to be everybody's answer, right? But it really got me to thinking about what was in my kit and how to use it, and do I even have things packed in my kit that would really help me in realistic situations that are probable to happen out in the wilderness. So I did a little research. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to look off my notepad so I don't have to memorize everything. But I went and I searched multiple resources, and my goal was to try to find what were the most common wilderness injuries. And I found 3 really common injuries among all of those resources that I checked. And so I want to share those with you and tell you what I have going into my new kit that's going to try to take care of that. So the first thing, and this was number 1 on almost every list that I checked, is sprained ankles and lower body joints like knee sprains, but especially ankle sprains. And it really makes a lot of sense when you're talking about hiking, even on a trail, or bushwhacking, which I do a lot, not on a trail a lot, is you're dealing with uneven ground, you're dealing with root systems, with tree stumps, with rocks, and it's easy to just twist your ankle one way or another. Now, kind of the interesting thing for that is there's not a lot that you can put into your kit shy of like an ankle brace, which is going to take up a lot of space and be kind of big, that you can add to your kit that will really help a sprained ankle. So what my plan is with a sprained ankle is what they call the RICE method, of rest, applying ice or a cold compress if you can, compression, and elevation. So I will try to rest, I will try to compress. What I have for compression, I've got a couple of things. I've got this really tightly wound roll of duct tape. It's a good bit of it too. I also have this kind of elastic, I don't even know the name of it, maybe some of you would, but this really stretchy stuff that sticks to itself. It's like a, I don't know, like a gauze tape, I think maybe is what it is. This stuff is great, and you can wrap this pretty tight, and I've got a small roll of that as well to put into the kit for compression. So the number 2 injury out in the wilderness, and this is not a shocker here, are cuts and abrasions, right? And with a cut or an abrasion, the goal is you want to stop the bleeding, you want to clean it, use an antiseptic cream, and then bandage. So to stop the bleeding, right, I have some gauze pads. I have a couple of gauze pads which you would use in conjunction with your compression tape. For cleaning, I have this empty Ziploc bag, and what I plan to do if I was out in the wilderness with this is you can fill this with water, maybe halfway with water, seal it up, and kind of like pie filling, is you would clip a small portion of the corner off, and then you could squeeze really hard and flush out maybe debris that might be into a wound. So I'm going to use that as well. Of course, I have some antibiotic ointment as well as some antiseptic towelettes. And then I do have some bandages. I don't have a lot of them, but I've got 6 these are kind of larger, medium to large size bandages. I do always carry my shemagh with me, and if I needed to, I could use this to wrap around a limb, and I could put a stick in there and really apply some twisting pressure to it to create a tourniquet. And then the number 3, most common injury, we kind of get into the smaller things of burns, bites, and blisters. So for burns, you want to put water on it immediately to try to cool it down as fast as possible to kind of get a little relief from there. I do have a couple of packets of burn cream here in my kit, and then of course you could bandage the burned area. For bites, I've got a little after bite wipe here. And I also have some insect protection cream, so if I was in an area where I get, maybe a lot of mosquitoes or something like that, then you could apply that as well. And for blisters, I've got a couple of pieces of moleskin here. It's got, the adhesive back, and I have the small bandage here, which is for, direct blisters that you could put that on. So that's going in my kit. I'm also carrying some aspirin, some ibuprofen, some stuff for allergies, and then this kind of medication for diarrhea. So this was my old kit. These were too big and clunky, and I didn't want to take these out. So this is what I ended up with right here. It's about, it's about the size of my hand, right? I got this from Walmart. It's just like a bathroom kit. It had some toothpaste and shaving cream in here, and I really bought it for the package. And all this stuff will fit into here nice and neat. So I'm going to put it in here just to show you what it looks like. I'll do a little time lapse so it won't bore you with you just watching me stuff these things in here. So let's get that in here and I'll show you what the finished product is. Okay, so there it is. It all fits into here nice and neat. It's pretty tightly packed. Like I said, I like the clear front so I can kind of see what's in there. If I needed to, to get in there, I don't have to dump everything out. I can reach down in there and get everything out. It's nice and neat and contained. I'm pleased with this, and this is gonna be my new medical kit. I think most important is that I've gone through here and I know what is in here. I know why it's in here, and I think that's one of the more important reasons, and I know how to use these items. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.